Look at it, that cheap, laminated piece of wood. That faded, slightly awkward photo of a smiling, perhaps too smiling colleague. The Employee of the Month plaque. For decades, it's been a staple of corporate life, a seemingly innocent tradition meant to boost morale and recognize hard work. But let me tell you something. This isn't a symbol of recognition. It's a corporate charade. It is, in fact, a masterclass in demotivation. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're tackling one of the most insidious, yet widely accepted forms of workplace dysfunction. We're talking about the Employee of the Month program. And I'm not just here to complain. I'm here to expose the deep psychological and historical reasons why this program, more often than not, does the exact opposite of what it intends. It doesn't motivate the winner. It actively demotivates everyone else. And in the age of quiet quitting, this little plaque is a massive, flashing red flag. Have you ever won one of these? Or, more likely, have you watched someone else win and felt a little bit of your soul shrivel up? Tell me your story in the comments below. I want to hear the worst EOTM prize you've ever witnessed. The problem with EOTM is rooted in a fundamental misunderstanding of human motivation. Psychologists talk about two types, intrinsic and extrinsic. Intrinsic motivation is the desire to do something because you find it inherently satisfying. You love the work. Extrinsic motivation is doing something for an external reward. A bonus, a promotion, or yes, a plaque. The moment you introduce a public, arbitrary, and non-monetary extrinsic reward like EOTM, you risk what's called crowding out, the intrinsic motivation. The message to your employees shifts from, "We value the quality of your work," to, "We value the performance that gets you this cheap prize." Think about it. The best employees, the ones who are already intrinsically motivated, who stay late because they care about the project, who help their colleagues because they are team players, they suddenly see their passion reduced to a competition for a reserved parking spot and a $25 gift card. It cheapens their effort. It makes them feel like their genuine commitment is being exploited for a PR photo op. Let's be honest. How is the Employee of the Month actually chosen? Is it a rigorous, data-driven process? Almost never. It's often a subjective popularity contest, a rotation system, or worst of all, a reward for the person who was the most visible, not the most valuable. The quiet, meticulous engineer who fixed a critical bug that saved the company millions? Invisible. The sales rep who closed a big deal, but only because it was handed to them? Highly visible. The person who just happened to be the most cheerful in the break room this month? Plaque-worthy. When the criteria are opaque, the award loses all credibility. For the 11 other employees who were working just as hard, or harder, but on less visible projects, the message is clear. Your hard work doesn't matter unless it's flashy. This doesn't inspire them to work harder. It inspires them to work smarter. Smarter in the sense of managing up, playing politics, and focusing on visibility over substance. That is a toxic shift in workplace priorities. The real hidden cost of the EOTM charade is that it allows companies to substitute meaningful compensation and benefits with token gestures. Why give a 5% raise to your top performer when you can give them a plaque and a mention in the company newsletter? This is where the program becomes truly cynical. It's a low-cost solution to a high-cost problem. Employee retention and engagement. It's a distraction. It's the corporate equivalent of giving someone a pat on the head when they're asking for a living wage. And what about the winner? They get a temporary ego boost, followed by a target on their back. Their colleagues who now feel unappreciated may resent them. The winner is now expected to maintain that unsustainable level of performance, often without any real increase in pay or responsibility to match the new expectation. It's a recipe for burnout. I've seen countless stories of top performers who, after winning EOTM, started to quietly quit, or simply left the company altogether, realizing the award was the peak of their recognition, and that peak was incredibly low. The rise of quiet quitting, the act of doing the bare minimum required by your job description, is a direct response to this kind of performative corporate culture. When employees realize that their extraordinary effort is rewarded with a token, while the company's profits soar, they adjust their effort to match the reward. EOTM is a perfect example of a system that tells employees, "We see your maximum effort, and we value it at the price of a cheap plaque and a slice of cold pizza." The logical, rational response from the employee is to scale back their effort to the level that is actually being compensated. Why go above and beyond for a system that doesn't recognize the difference between genuine commitment and minimum compliance? So, if the plaque is a poison pill, what's the antidote? How do you genuinely motivate and recognize your team? It's simple, but it requires effort and, yes, a budget. First, pay people fairly. Recognition is meaningless if compensation is inadequate. A raise, a bonus, or a clear path to promotion is the most fundamental form of respect. Second, make recognition specific, private, and timely. Instead of a monthly public spectacle, give immediate specific feedback. Sarah, the way you handled that client crisis on Tuesday was brilliant because you anticipated X, Y, and Z. Thank you. This validates the action, not just the person, and it happens in the moment, not weeks later. Third, focus on team success. Instead of pitting individuals against each other, reward the team that successfully completed a major project. Take the whole team out to a nice dinner, give them a collective bonus, or offer them an extra day of PTO. This fosters collaboration, not competition. Fourth, invest in growth. The best employees want to learn and advance. Offer to pay for a course, send them to a conference, or give them a new, challenging project that aligns with their career goals. That is recognition that truly invests in their future, not just a cheap thank you for their past labor. The Employee of the Month charade is a relic of a bygone era of management, a time when companies thought they could trick their employees into high performance with low-cost gimmicks. It's time to retire the plaque, cancel the pizza party, and start treating employees like the valuable, complex, and intrinsically motivated adults they are. If you're a manager, I hope this video has given you a moment of pause. If you're an employee, I hope it validates that feeling of resentment you get every time you walk past that plaque. I have plenty more to say about toxic workplace culture and the history of bad management ideas. If this video reaches 500 likes, I will do a deep dive into the history of the open plan office and why it's a productivity killer. So, hit that like button, subscribe for more business history deep dives, and let me know your worst EOTM story in the comments. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.